Welcome everyone. Welcome to the Be Agile Scrum track day 2 of business analysis. And before we get started, our core question is for what reason we have assembled here today. So the reason could be the training, but why we all need training. So we need training to get placed. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
And that's the part of the 6 pillars. So this objective requires to be protected through discipline, some ground rules, some discipline we need to follow. Then we need to be aware that what could be those disciplines. So these disciplines could we can call it as guidelines, as code of honor. So we have decided and agreed upon 6 code of honor that we are quickly going to revise. And this is just a reminder for all of us to follow this every single time. So I'm going to share my screen. Let me know once you can see my screen. Yeah. The
Yes.
first one is showing up live. So why showing up live is important? Because it has to be associated with ceremonies. Agile comprises of full of ceremonies, and every ceremony requires you to be live. That is, be present, available on time, remain punctual, and remain highly committed. Once you practice it over here in the training, considering the training itself as a project, you will be able to replicate that once you get placed. And there is another universal law associated with this, says that how you do anything is how you do everything. Okay, so just a second. The second code of honor is being the full stack student, not just a student. In Guruschools, the very first pillar is instructor led free training. So here you become the full stack student, means you do all the assignment, do self research, and repeat whatever you have learned. So assignment could be said or unsaid. We have given you the details on what is said, what is unsaid, that you need to do, and but you need to take the responsibility completely of your own success or your own failure. Once you follow point number 2, you will find that every time you are attracting success, and in case you're not, that is failure. And once you take the full responsibility of failure as well, then there are chances you may correct that, and that is the time when the failure becomes the trail for the success. The fourth one is it requires a mindset, a packaged mindset, that is learning mindset, positive mindset, complaint free mindset, and thereby you become gratitude. You will have the gratitude mindset. But to do so, you need to start with the highest receptivity mode every single day when you start your day. And for that, I have shared one audio with you. In case you don't have that audio, that is 30 days challenge, please ask me after the session and I'll be sharing that. You can DM me and I'll share the link with you. Listen to this for 30 days and you will follow that from the day one, how things are positively getting affected in your life, in every area of your life, and that is good for you. And the second one is that when we are getting into deep learning, always follow the golden quadrant of learning that says that any deep learning must follow after declaration with anchor, and then get into deep learning, and then draw whatever you have learned and then summarize it. So what we are going to do is that at the count of 3, we are going to anchor it and declare what is written and selected over here on your screen. So are you all ready, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how we are going
Yes.
to do is that at the count of 3, we are going to clap is the self high five, and this is the bodily anchor for uh, declaration is the statement that is selected over here on your screen in blue that you can see. So let's begin at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and clap. And repeat after me. I am quick learner.
I am a quick learner.
I'm a quick
I'm a
learner.
quick learner.
What others can learn and master,
What
Others
others
can
can
learn
learn
and
and
Others
master.
master,
can learn and master.
I too can do that.
I too
I
can do
too
that.
can do that. I too can do that.
One more time, anchor it, 1, 2, 3, and clap and repeat. Because I'm an awesome learner,
Because
Because
I'm
I'm
an
an
awesome
Because
learner.
awesome
I'm
Learner.
an
learner.
awesome
Awesome
learner.
learner.
I'm an awesome
today's
learner.
learning is going to be
Today's learning
Today's
is going to
learning is
be
Today's
going to
learning
be
is going to be
super duper easy to
super
me.
duper easy to me.
super duper
Super
easy to
duper
me.
easy to me.
Thank you. It is going to be. And remember that on this path, remember to be a giver, and that will be useful for you to widen your path of learning, because your attitude of giving, keeping ego away means that you are ready to learn more, keep you spiritually grounded, means your happiness level continues to get increase, and thereby you embrace more learning. So while this is happening, you are ready to earn more. So while you are earning, it is requested to start having intent of charity, that is the giving away, giving back to the society wherever you believe in. At least give away 5% or 10% of your earning. um, and that could be the any causes, social causes, I mean national causes, or to temple, mosque, churches, wherever you believe in. Okay. And when you give, you remember you will continue to grow, and when you receive, you may survive, and that's the universal law. So don't just give away to grow, but also give away to inspire others. And while this is happening, appreciate what you are doing, what others doing for you, and even what does not happen to you. So remember to appreciate that, because it is preparing for you next better day for you for tomorrow. Days, I'm not going to repeat that, how from Sunday to Saturday you are connected every single day, and kindly continue to do the unsaid assignment, the summary, what we are expecting from you. All right. So on this note, any question, or we are good to go ahead and we can begin now the chapter, right? Can we?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. So let's begin. What is coming on our way is this. So what we are going to learn today, we are going to learn tools for analysis and reporting. What is requirement gathering, more in detail of it, data-driven decision making, business analytics with Excel. All right. So understand, like, uh, okay, understand like there are various tools for business analysis and reporting. There are various tools. Can anyone read the first 5 on the screen? What you see?
Um, Top 10 business analysis tools.
Mhm.
The first one is Microsoft Office. I can really see those. Is that good enough, Gaurav?
Yeah, go ahead.
Microsoft Office Suite. I'm not able to see the print
Okay,
bill.
no. So don't read subtitles.
Okay. And then can I read the rest or someone else?
Yeah, go ahead and read remaining
Okay.
thing.
So the first one is Microsoft Office Suite, Google Docs, Rational Requisite Pro, Balsamic, and SWOT.
Thank you so much for reading this out. So guys, understand this. So many tools you may know, you may not know. Okay. But we will come to know more in details what these tools are for. So remember, like Microsoft Office Suite, there are more, more substitute of such tools are also there. Like just a that for Microsoft Office, there will be more office.org. There are some more substitute tools are available. So you must be aware as a business analyst. So what all the tools you can use. So Microsoft Office Suite, like this, there are many more such tools that comes with all the data processing tools in a package. Google Docs is another word processing cloud-based document, like Microsoft Word. Likewise, Rational Requisite Pro is there. This is another suite. Then Balmisk and SWOT. We will be looking at these tools more in details. Then for your knowledge, Trello, Pencil, Smart Draw, Rick, and version 1. So these are the various other tools. Like you can see some of the tools in front of you are, Zoom itself is a tool. Then Microsoft PowerPoint itself is a tool. So there are various tools that you must be aware of as a business analyst that you are ready to use. So let's move further and understand what is analysis and reporting. Can someone read the summary and first bullet point of MS PowerPoint?
This software is used to prepare and deliver formal presentation.
Okay, so actually this is we are into analysis and reporting. So there are various applications for reporting is used, and we are looking under Microsoft Office Suite, PowerPoint. And for PowerPoint, you have already spoken that this software is used to prepare and deliver formal presentation like we do here. Every single week we meet here, and through presentation, we present some topic, and we clarify all the doubts in your mind through pictorial representation, through some text and bullets, so that you get more clarity what is being presented and what is being summed up, and what is the intent and summary of the topic. So this is the very first point. Second bullet, who can read?
A business analyst often faces the situations where he needs to communicate ideas, justify, or deliver the project's updates to the stakeholders.
Exactly, and where you can capture it. So in Microsoft PowerPoint, all these situations where you need to communicate, can't you communicate pictorially? Can't you communicate through diagram? Can't you communicate these idea through various pictorial representation? And if no other software is there, PowerPoint slides are there that is going to help you to present in front of all the stakeholders. Do you all understand what do we mean by stakeholders?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. So can anyone, the new person who has not yet read, can read the third last point?
This communication becomes more effective in the form of a presentation through PowerPoint.
Yes. So as we are seeing that how using PowerPoint, not only on Microsoft PowerPoint, there are various other tools also that gives you liberty to present in a different manner. But most widely used is Microsoft PowerPoint. So that has been now more effective when it comes to presentation. So I would suggest be very much, very much comfortable now when it comes to use Microsoft PowerPoint. So as much as it is easily possible for you, you can make yourself more comfortable, more advanced when it comes to usage of Microsoft PowerPoint. That will be more helpful for you. So remember that. So anyone can start reading this slide, please.
MS Excel data analysis is also a part of the business analyst, and it can be of different forms like pivot table, examine the trends in data, sort and filter data, creating charts or graphs. All the tasks. Okay.
Wait. So understand, business analysis is just not analysis of the business. Inside business, what all you can think of analyzing, one is written over here. Okay, so can you all come up with some answer for me? What do you think you can analyze in any business? Tell me, guys. I need to have some answer.
Business process.
Okay, business process.
Data.
Okay, data. What else?
Expenses.
So expenses are also been done in the form of data, right?
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Problems.
Okay.
Different type of customers.
It says expenses, along with expenses, profit comes in, right?
Right.
Uh, Profit, revenue, balance. I think I'm not sure about the spelling of revenue.
Project progress.
Yeah, just a second. Someone said something apart from project process.
Project
Problems.
progress. Project progress.
Okay, just a second. Problems.
Customer
project
biographics.
Competitors growth.
process, and wait,
The market types and everything.
market type. Yeah.
Print
Workflow.
stuff. Competitors growth. Print reports progress.
Which report someone said?
Yeah, I just said print reports. So reports of
Yeah.
reports of
Yeah, so understand whatever we are preparing over here, whatever. So at the end, the report has to be summarized. Okay. So the purpose of this, whatever we are writing, as the purpose is that at the end we should have the summary, and the summary can be reported. Okay. So I'm not reporting, but good point. This is, yeah. Anyone saying something that I have not captured yet, but I might have heard?
New product launch.
New product launch. So going back here, what we are doing. So we are talking about, apart from business analysis, we also analyze various other things when it comes into the business. So in business, we analyze the process, we analyze data, we analyze problem, project process, project progress, market type, workflow. What else? Competition, someone.
or organized clutter. Competitors.
Yeah, competition.
What about
Organized clutter,
payroll?
what do you mean by that?
Probably rearrange data as to how we would want to see it. I guess it comes under data, right?
Yeah, so data gathering, data representation, or making it more presentable, you can say. Okay, so it's a grooming, it can be data
Yeah.
grooming. So, okay, so in competition, there comes various other things like employee data retention and, engagement and various other things, customers and all comes when it comes to competing against the existing company. So yeah, anything else you remember?
Attract customer.
Sorry, attract customer, did you say?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I think in competition, no. So not in competition. Yes, customer progress can be the one. Regarding customer, you can analyze various things. What else?
Market share.
Okay, share growth or not growth, just shares, we can say. Yeah, what else?
Requirement.
Sorry, come again.
Requirement.
Requirements. Okay. Okay, requirement analysis, of course, has to be there. So anything else that comes in your mind? All right. So yeah, Praveen, you wanted to say
Like
something?
yeah, market trends.
Trends. Okay.
Yeah.
Trends. So cool. So see, you guys are brilliant because I got these information. Is it written anywhere? No. These are the outcome of the brilliant minds working together. Okay. So this is what you have said. Okay. Understand, business analysis does not limit just by analyzing the business. And when it comes to business, we are only stuck with the requirement analysis. Okay. However, the smart business analysis, the one who can go the habit is the one what can go beyond requirement analysis and can also do the trend analysis, share analysis, customer analysis, competition analysis, workflow analysis, market analysis, project progress analysis, project process analysis, and all types of problem analysis, and at the end, data analysis. Okay, because at the end, everything has to be boiled down towards the data, and you by analyzing the data, you can also analyze whether it is beneficial towards you or not, because data is number, data is telling you the truth, and truth representation is always giving you the guideline. Okay, that whether you are heading well, or you need to tweak well, or you need to bring some change. Are you all with me, following?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is very good thing. I would suggest you personally, you can take a screenshot of this, what is there in front of you, and just be a normal business analyst and get an entry as a BA or Scrum Master, or be ready with the both position, and whatever position comes in front of you, grab that, and with that enter into the market, get placed into IT, and start working as business analyst. But also gradually you have to become smart, you have to become effective business analyst or product owner. Make sure gradually you are strengthening these skills for you. All right, and so that why you need to do that, because you have to be valued. Once you find yourself that you have been doing it, you know what, these 13 things are enough to make you stand out as a business analyst or a contributor in the project itself. Everyone with me?
Yes.
Any question around this? If not, we can proceed further. Okay, I'll take this silence as no, and we'll proceed further. Okay, and for that I am going to reshare the screen. And as someone has read that data analysis is also part of the business analyst, and it can be of different form like pivot table. So for analyzing this, what all things you can use. So in Excel, there are various way to bring the analysis in pictorial form. I want you to take a note of it. That is pivot table, sort and filter. Okay, and creating chart and graph. Can you take a note of it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, why did you take a note of it? Can someone tell me?
To research about it.
Restart.
Exactly, not only research. I want you to go learn and master and come back towards it. Say for example, let me bring some, some data in front of you. Let me see if you can view this. So let me share. So I'm sharing my screen in front of you. Okay, I'm going to give you some example only. So I have one data. I'm going to just save it, okay, as Excel, so that it is always useful for me to do some mathematics for this. So even though these data are saved, there is one thing which can separate people, and that is I have not
Okay.
marked it here. I'm going to mark it. Okay, so whatever the marking I'm going to do, just a second. I don't see it here. Project activation failed. Why did it? I don't know what is happening. I just wanted to insert one. Yeah. So here I am putting gender. Say for example, male, female. Like this, I'm putting the gender. Okay. Can you all see my screen, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Don't go towards the correction of it. Now understand that we have to summarize this. Okay, there are so much of data. Can you all see? We need to
Yes.
categorize it. So how
Yeah.
many data is there and what all things are there. What we are going to do is that, like insert, we can insert a pivot table. Okay. So what is the purpose of pivot table and all that? I want you to do research. However, can you see here the pivot table?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. So, just give me a second. So what you need to do is that go and click on here, insert pivot table. So it is asking what is the table range of it. Okay. So I want the entire table to be pivoted. So what I'll do, I'll select the entire this sheet, click on pivot table. Now it has auto selected the entire sheet, ranging from it leads for 25th Jan. That is the name of this file. Can you all see?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
And it is starting from A column to F column, A to F. Okay. F is the last column, that is entry date. Okay. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to insert for it, and where it will insert the pivot table in the new worksheet, because
New
it has
sheet.
it has two options, new or existing. So I'll select the new one. So it went over here. Now the table has been pivoted. Now we have to adjust it. So see the magic, how you can do that. There could be the few data that could be the unique. However, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take the entry date in one column. Okay, sorry, entry date as a value. Okay, I'll keep on testing that where should I be able to look at it. Is it going to be useful for me or not? Okay, so entry date can be the filter criteria, gender should be the common. Okay, yeah, based on the gender, I will have the grand total and all. Then based on occupation, because occupation has some limitation. Okay, so I'll see. Okay, yeah, occupation wise, I'm going to bring categories. Just I'm still checking this. Okay, occupation, and this has to be the count as well. Let me see if I can see. So see, these are the count. Okay, and what you will see that it has to be unique always. Okay, it has to be always unique, but you will see that it is not unique. uh, I mean, business is there, then businesses is there, so there are changes in it. Can you see that?
Yeah. One is
Yes, sir.
plural.
So yeah, so because of even spelling mistake, it will find that this is not unique. Okay, or this is unique if spells are not matching. So there are types of businesses. Okay, and for every type of business, it is giving me the various uh, you know uh, various gender count of each of my leads. Okay, in total I have total 62 leads, where 31 are male and 31 are female. All right. It is also giving me who does what. Okay, so how many are unemployed? Only one. There is some social activities in this, some are self-employed, some has written the details in it. Okay, so likewise we have data. Now this is one way. Now say for example someone has run the survey. For that, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to quickly pause my screen. Okay, and I'm going to work on some more data which I'm going to present in front of you. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
I'm bringing the data in front of you so that you will be more comfortable looking at it, will be more comfortable working at it. Okay, so I'm just pulling some data for you. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. What do you see on the screen right now? Everyone. What do
The
you see?
pivot table.
Still you see the pivot table?
Same, yeah.
Yes.
Because in this data, what has happened, what do you see? There are the various, types of the work, and each work is not actually the common. There are some uncommon stuff as well. And I want to bring some data which is going to be helpful for you. Okay. So I'm going to just download one file from my drive. I'm going to reshare that. I'm going to open that in front of you. However, the point is that you should be easily able to understand what I am doing, what is the purpose of it. So we need to find some, and whatever you have found, based on that, you can also represent it in what form. Can you tell in these data, which you have gathered in a pivot table, so what all the form or what other possible form in which you can present this data?
Graph.
Exactly. Atlas, graph, chart. In this form, you can present that. So let me reshare my screen again. I don't know what has come. All right. Can you see new data on your screen? No?
It
Okay.
was there
That
for a
is-
sec.
Yeah, it got stuck. So you can see some new data on the screen, right?
Yes.
So now what
Yes,
I
sir.
can, yeah. So what we can do, we can once again create the pivot table for this new data. Say for example, we are inserting pivot table in a new worksheet, and what we have. So say for example, profession is the one, and based on the profession, seeing that how it is appearing over here.
Gaurav, I just wanted to add something here
Yeah,
about the
please go ahead.
pivot.
Yeah.
So basically, guys, pivot, it's, you might feel, okay, we already have Excel charts, we already have Excel graphs, then why pivot is important? But practical point of view, in my day-to-day work, I myself create so many pivots because the readability and the distinguish of the data that pivot provides, it's tremendous. Like, I'll give you a very simple example. If we have to, if tomorrow, as Guruschools, we have to understand there are how many ready to be placed candidates in our, organization. For example, if there are 1,000 as per current bench, then which skill they do acquire or they have, right? So I might have a list of all the 1,000 candidates that are getting trained as of now, like maybe in BA Scrum, in data analysis, in cyber security, in Python, in in project management. So I have this entire data with whatever their name, details, phone number, education, qualifications, certifications, whatnot. But how do I read those 1,000 lines, right? Reading 1,000 lines is definitely not an easy job. And by the way, 1,000 is an understatement. When we work in Excel, it goes in, I mean, I don't know, I should say, but in many thousands or sometimes millions, and the data, it's too vast. Sometimes even the file gets hung. But then how do I make use of that data, right? So now where you can see what Gaurav is doing, he's making a pivot. It will give you a bifurcation, right? So when I use pivot, I can have this filtering on, okay, I have these many people in BA Scrum. So all of you guys who are attending this session, your count or count of your number would come in BA Scrum. And then if I click on that number, I'll get the list of all those people. This is the simplest and easiest way to properly sort, align, and present data. We never put the actual data on the mails or in the presentation. We always have these pivots where we copy paste this kind of table and put it in our presentation. So the readability, you all understand readability, right? What we mean by readability? Yeah. If no,
Yes.
you can say no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Readability means whenever you see any data, what you can understand from that data. Like if I give you 1,000 rows with all the details of a candidate, will you be able to make sense out of it? You'll be like, why have you given me in this raw format, right? But then when I give you that data after massaging, after creating pivot, and by the way, you can play with pivot as much as you want. You can filter on particular skill, you can filter on particular location, you can filter on gender, you can filter on education background, you can sort the data, you can hide the data. So the possibilities are limitless, and it is very, very useful. For my work, I daily prepare pivots on my reports, because you just can't give thousands of records as reports as a final data to someone and expect them to understand. So you have to create pivots. Okay, does this add any more understanding, or if you have any doubts, let me know. People who are on mute, they are very welcome to just unmute and ask doubts. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Prerna, for adding this up. Yeah, it's just
Welcome,
really
Gaurav.
important. Yeah. So yes, guys. So what you saw that as Prerna was telling that you can play with it. Definitely, I played with it, and I found that there are many more such things are there, which I can go on and continue to play. But at some time you find that readability, what she was talking about. So even though pivot table is created, but I found that these are the, long rows, how to read them. You can simply copy everything from here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to copy it. I copied it. And in a new sheet, what I can do is that I don't need to continue to paste that. I will do paste spatial. And from the paste spatial, I want to just paste the values. Okay. I have pasted the value, and what else I could have done? I could have pasted the format too. So let me see if I could, format. So I have got the format pasted. So this is done. Now what I can do is that I can go further and I can adjust the column. Okay. So just a minute, let me adjust the column. And let me give you what I have found for you. Yeah. So this is talking about various other details, all the businesses together. Okay. But at the end, what it is giving it to me, it is giving me that in every business, what is the source of information or what is the source for every business, all the business information, what is coming to me, what is the source of arrival of my customer. Okay. And if there is a segregation of every single source against every single business, how many people are graduate or postgraduate or doctorate, so or even 12th standard or below, all the segregation it is giving me 1 and somewhere if it is 2 or more than 2, it is giving me all these information. And at the end I'm also getting the total count for each area. Say for example, I want to scroll below this, I can just freeze pane this row. And if you don't know, you can continue to practice the various other things. You think of something, and if you are not able to, you are not able to get it, what you can do is that you can search it. So see, for all the things I'm able to phrase it. You just think that, can I do that? Go back and search in the Google, and you should have the information about it. So how many data you have segregated? How many data you have segregated? Everyone?
26. 26.
Exactly. So likewise, you can continue to play. And in fact, I want you to go and, means experience it. I would say in layman term, experience that how you can make your hand dirty. Okay. Because the more you will play inside, the more you will gain inside the confidence. Play outside in the Excel to gain inside confidence. So will you go back and play with data in Excel?
Yes.
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 Yes, sir.
And are you serious to do so? Or just
Yes.
for the sake of
Yes.
saying?
Definitely.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. You said yes, and I trust you all. So let's go back. The understand, and you can sort and filter those data. Okay, so you can sort alphabetically, you can filter male and female. So let's look at only male or female. There is advancement on it. There is something which we call it as ETL. How many of you have heard the ETL?
Yes,
Yes.
I watched video you shared.
Okay, video you have watched, Krupali?
ETL is
Hello, Krupali, I
Yes.
heard you. Okay, you have watched the video. That's good. So great. So why I was asking you for ETL, because using ETL, you can, if required, and if asked, there is chances that you can play at the data at the deeper level. And when I was talking about ETL, it has three meanings. You have to extract something which is existing, and you need to transform that, and you have to load it. So extract, transform, and load are the three-step process of any data. So as a business analyst, the more knowledge you have, you can walk with the confidence to guide anyone else. Okay. So first, as Krupali was telling, there was some video. Yeah, definitely you can watch the video. That's number one. Number two is that go back and research it. I want you to just gain the confidence so that tomorrow, if it is asked, you can guide someone. And if you know something, you can guide definitely. And for that, like you need to load data, from where you can load. So in Excel, these things and these items is doable or not. For that, I would want you to watch the video. So Krupali, will it be possible for you to share that video in the group?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, awesome. So Krupali will share that video in the group, and I want everyone you to watch and go and work on it. All right, so that is one thing. And why I'm sharing these all things, because at the end, for me, your confidence is everything for everyone's one of you. And when it comes to Excel, you should be like, okay, I know at least 20 or 30% of it, because Excel is vast, it's just like an ocean. The more you will learn, the more you require to practice, and then more you sound like, confident one. And you can do anything in Excel. You just think of it, and you are ready to do that. So all the tasks mentioned above can be well performed using Microsoft Excel, which is a spreadsheet like tool. Along with it, Excel provides several built-in mathematical and financial functions which can aid data analysis. How did we land at the total count in the Excel? What it was doing? I
So
was asking.
we can
Yeah.
put the formula sum.
Formula and through pivot table at the end, where we were seeing the total count. It was the result of the formula applied using the pivot table.
Yes.
Do you agree with me? Yeah. And those
Yes.
formula you must be aware of, and you can put at the end for any such addition. So when it comes to formula, and you know that for the total there is a formula, then for subtraction there should be formula, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So you should be aware, every one of you, if you don't know that, at least do this, that how you can add two columns or multiple columns or multiple cells, I would say. So cell is that every grid is known as cell. and how you can multiply them, how you can subtract them, two of them, or however it is, you can bring the summation, average, and whatnot. You just think of it and extracting one common point between two, common letter between two words in two different cells. Everything is possible. How to combine two words in one cell. So everything is possible. You think Excel will give you the way to do it. So you just think of it and search it and be the master on it. So this is what MS Excel does. And we have covered a lot about MS Excel. Now let's understand about the Microsoft Word. So Microsoft Word is the word processing, the purpose of requirement. Yeah. So how business analyst Microsoft Word would be used. So for like Microsoft Word, I would now call it as a word processing. What I should call it as?
Word
Everyone.
processing.
Word
Word
Yes,
processing.
exactly. Word processing document. So Microsoft Word serves the purpose of requirement specification document. However, nowadays these specification document is broken down in user stories, various user story, and it is being uploaded in the ticket management tool. However, still there are few, data points being captured in Microsoft Word along with diagrams and more such information. So Microsoft Word serves the purpose of requirement specification document. Organizations can create this specific template for documenting the requirement. It is utility application which allows user preferred fonts, theme, objects, shapes, smart arts, charts, and even option for embedding Visio diagram. So Visio is another tool which helps you to create various diagrams. All right. So the thing is that like this is the word processing document, and this word processing document gives you the flexibility. And why this is available at organization level, because yesterday you saw about vision document, you saw about the release document, you saw about the iteration. Do you all remember that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you also saw user story. Few things you might not have seen so far is about use case and all. So everything whatever I have shared in the past is used to written in Microsoft Word. And every company used to come up with their own specific organization based template. And those template used to be in Microsoft Word. So you can decide which, if tomorrow you are walking in any company and you are placed there as a business analyst and you have been asked to collect the requirement, you can ask for that. Do we have any specific format? Okay. So even if they don't have, you can download any simple format from Google. Okay. And then again, you can ask, do we have any theme? So theme can be Microsoft Word. Inside Microsoft Word, they have specific, header, footer, logo and all. In that, theme, or in that, say letterhead, if you'll call it, or in that template, you can simply put the data. You can put the design and all other stuff. Okay. And then you can make it ready to use and start using if doing first time. But in less or more, most of the companies are ready with that. Even if you'll see that here, you see the Guruschools logo is there. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah. Likewise, some company, they also do. Okay. They have their logo, their project logo, sometime their department logo. And likewise, they make things, they have specific font and all. So this is representing towards the branding and all. So that's how you can leverage their existence to create a new document. Let's understand about MS Visio. You have understood Excel, you have understood Word, you have understood PowerPoint. Now, what is Visio? Visio is a very, it comes from ancient time, I would say, more than 19 years ago, and even before that. So it's a modeling tool that business analysts use to capture various diagrams. to showcase in front of stakeholders about the idea, some functionality, some interaction, and utilities. Okay, so in fact, the Visio itself come with the various utilities. So these are the UML diagram, that is unified unified multi-language diagram, and creation such as use case I was talking about. There is a sequence diagram, activity diagram. We will be looking at these all diagram more in detail very, very soon. And to prepare process flow chart, what is these chart? How many of you have heard about the flow chart?
Yes.
sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyone here who has not heard of it? I believe everyone has heard the flowchart. I'm going to share one secret with you all. And the secret is that whatever diagram you're going to hear, okay, and the charts you're going to hear about, which can be used in, these requirement document, the basic of those charts and the foundation of those charts is nothing but the flow chart. And that we are going to show in front of you. All right. So will it be easy for you to understand those charts then if you know the flow chart already?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is how you are going to feel more confident, because something you are already knowing that you will be able to reuse them. So then how to create data model, architecture diagram and all. So these can be done in MS Visio. So like MS Visio, like Microsoft Word, there is Google Docs. For MS Visio, there should be some more alternative. And in fact, industries are using alternative frequently. So you will find some alternative as well. So Prerna, may I request you to take the next slide, please? Prerna, you there?
Yes, yes, sure. Yeah, I was also trying to log in from my laptop. So yeah.
No problem.
Requirement gathering, guys. I think we have spoken a lot on this, but then let's go deep dive into what kind of requirement gatherings are there and how do we go ahead about them. Okay, give me a second. I'm just logging from my laptop because my view on phone is not so great. Somehow the screen is not so clear. So yeah, can someone please read out this pyramid for me?
Business requirements,
Yeah, another
stakeholders
person?
requirement.
Okay, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead.
Solution requirement. The
Solution
solution requirement is functional requirement and non-functional requirement.
Perfect. And the last one?
Transition requirements.
Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you. And whosoever has read all this, can they elaborate in one line what does that mean? Like for example, what do you mean by business requirement? It can be as vague as possible. That doesn't matter. Yeah, anybody. Okay, fine. Let's not have only that person. Anybody, whatever you understand by business requirement, you can speak up.
I feel like this is a high level requirement, so which is in the business language.
Okay, and generally provided by whom?
From the business team or the sponsor or the stakeholder.
Stakeholders.
Okay, so it is.
I think the client. I think it is required.
Yeah,
it
go
is
ahead.
like what we get from the client, right? Which is business.
Yes.
Product owner.
Business requirement is everything that a team would get. So you all are right in this regard. But then I was also waiting for that one answer, that client. Yes. So you do get it from sponsor, you do get it from management, you do get it from your stakeholders, but somehow at the most you get it from your client. Okay. So in short, business requirement is something that you as a team, as an organization has to, I would say, gather it, work on it, and then provide it. Okay. So this is the business requirement. And then how do we gather all this, that also depends. Like, as a BA, you can prepare a BRD, FRD, that is business requirement document. FSD stands for functional specification document, right? So all these things you can, document that these requirements, and in short, this requirement means whatever your project or your an application website or whatever you're developing on or whatever you're working on, what is required from that application. So all those, see, requirements word is common. Okay, requirements word is common through all. So what we have to understand more than that is, okay, from what requirement we get and from what we have to work on it. So generally the business requirements are from business side along with the clients, and then they would be mostly time bound, budget bound, and performance bound. Okay, as in you have to give that in a particular set of time. You'll have a schedule or timelines, and you'll have a budget fixed to it. Okay, along with that, we have stakeholder requirements, and we have other type of requirements. Now, who are the stakeholder in our organization? Tell me, you all know about this. Who are the stakeholders?
Product
The
owner,
person involved in the
clients,
process.
Yeah, person and team involved in the process, and someone said something else also.
I
or
mean, everybody,
clients.
Scrum Master, product owner, product developers.
Yeah, everybody. So basically, stakeholder requirements means whatever is required for your business needs, for the goals, or for the objective of your business or your organization. Like, for example, if your senior manager management is your stakeholder, right? So for them, what will be their requirement? Their requirement would be that, okay, we should have more clients, we should earn more profits, we should have more features in this application. Then their client would be more than happy and willing to pay more. So it's basically like, it's the summary or view of what your business is looking like and where you want to go in future, right? So stakeholders, always remember, it simply means everyone, each and every person or team who has stakes, who has stake or interest in your project. So they will always think about the long term goal, long term process, everything that is kind of required to take your business to next level, right? Like, for example, in a children's career or child's career, the parents are their stakeholder, right? So as a parent, as their elders, what will you think about them, their future, their goals, their development, right? So this is how it's kind of I would say looked at upon. So basically all these are requirement, but what do you mean by this is people who are interested in the business, how do they look at it? Okay, then we come to the third point, that is solution requirement. Okay, so as the name suggests, solution requirement means it is more uh, inclining towards the people who work on the solution part of the business. Okay, now when I say solution part, you might feel what exactly are you talking about? Everybody is working on solution, everybody is focused on solution. But no, if I have to talk in this manner, people who are working directly towards delivery, like it can be development team, testing team, architects, if I have to call it, right? So all these people who are working on that feature, functionality, or a particular product, or your web application, your entire website. So all these people, technical, functional, even as a BA, okay, even as a BA, you are part of that team, because as a BA, what you're doing, you're understanding requirement, you're sharing that with your technical team, you are taking their feedback, sharing with your clients, understanding feasibility. So you see, it's the requirement word is same, but it's basically like it's looking at the requirement from the solution point of view. Like, for example, a BA can come and say, okay, the customer wants to have this add new friend feature in their application, and they want to add 500 people at once. Okay, 500, for example. And then as an architect, I understand that in the current architecture, adding 500 people at once will not work, or it has to be fine-tuned, or there has to be some technical changes to be done in the database, in the network, right? So then as a solution expert, how do I think about it? Okay, what is my ask? Then I might tell the, or discuss with the B and tell the customer 250, sorry, 500 is a large number. We can do that in batches, or can we upload a particular file? Or because we have to ensure the speed of the application, we have to ensure it runs smoothly. You tell me how many times you open Google or Facebook.com and it crashes. Tell me how frequent it is. Is it frequent, first of all?
No.
No, right? And that's the best part of it, that it is not frequent.
Right.
Because see, sometimes, you just happen to check some old website, or maybe some old newspapers, or anything, any old blogs, and you get that 404 classic error, that, page not found. Okay. So you are like, oh, no, your purpose isn't met. You are like kind of disappointed. Hey, this is not working. It happens most of the time with the older websites or older data that was there. But now, if you see, you open any banking application or website, trust me, they'll be up and running. It will be a crime. There is a tat. If your banking website is down, there is a very specific tat to it. And people are, I mean, I've worked in Indian banks earlier. So I know, if you are a part of IT, and God forbids, if your homepage or if your landing page is down, it's like a havoc. It's like the thing for that day. You keep everything aside, keep your BAU, like business as usual activities aside, and you work on that. So you see how important transition is. So not transition, how important solution requirement is. That what solution you are giving to the customer. Everybody is with me on this?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. See, it's
Yes.
basically requirements only, but then from different point of view. Like, okay, let me give you a more little funnier example. For example, if there is a wedding at your place, like imagine if it was your wedding, okay, for example. So as a bride or groom to be, what was your requirement? Your requirement was like, oh, I have to ensure my clothes are ready, everybody, everything that I need, starting with the suitcase packing to your maybe post wedding tour replace planned, your friends are coming, or your relatives are coming, or whatnot. Okay, what was your parents' requirement? Tell me, if someone can think from their point of view. Yeah.
The invitations, the guest we have invited, maybe
Yes.
to
And
check with them.
the people who is coming, we have enough food for them.
Perfect. Now that's like a parent point of view. The food is perfect. Whatever things are supposed to give to the bride or the groom, are they arrived? Proper enough funds available for any ad hoc situation. Is the caterer on time? Is the decoration going on? So in short, all the fun element is with you, and all the responsibility and tension element with them. Can you see the event is same? Event is the wedding, but the requirements are different. Okay, for kids it can be altogether different. For kids it should be, okay, I need to have a playground, I need to have ice cream, I need to have sweets at the wedding. It is so it is exactly like what we are discussing now. Business is the same. Requirements from everybody's angles are different. Okay, so as a technical architect, I'm more keen on solution requirements than the other type of requirements. Okay. So, and by the way, solution requirements are also functional and non-functional. Can someone tell me what is functional and non-functional? Just by till now, whatever we've learned, what is your understanding by functional and non-functional?
Functional, maybe like what a system must do.
Okay.
What particular, yeah.
Like how a product should work.
Okay.
Yeah,
Elaborate
so
more.
yeah, so functional requirements are basically, those requirements are more behavior of the system, like how it should behave, what the features are and stuff. Non-functional requirements would be stuff like the security features or the, more the characteristics types, like something like that.
Okay, so you all are right, but let me give you more elaborative example. If I go on a banking website or if I go on facebook.com, then the functional requirement is I should be first of all able to log in and see my home page. Okay, you give your user ID, you give your password, and then after that you should land up on your home page. Okay, this is a simple functional example. This function has to work. Functional requirement means whatever function the system is supposed to do, they should be able to do it properly. Fine, makes sense. Okay,
Yes.
now the non-functional
Yes.
part of it is, oh, the network bandwidth has to be good. It has to be secure. Like for example, if I log into your system, if I log in into Facebook or my banking website, my user's credential has to be stored, it with encryption. So if someone else is using this laptop later, they should not able to know my credentials. When I enter my user ID and password, it has to be properly authenticated. If I if when you put wrong password by mistake and it throws you an error or alert, wrong username, password, check username and password. So then after that, your after validating your user ID and password, your homepage should also, I would say, displayed. So all these are background activity. As a front user, you don't understand that, but all these things go in non-functional. They can be called as technical also, but generally performance, network, security, how to handle the page management or server management, data management, all that goes into non-functional. Now, non-functional means it's simple. You can't see that, but it is happening. Okay, in the background. So basically performance, security, reliability, your website is not crashing, there is no 404 error. All that comes in non-functional, and your functional is okay. When you go to your bank website, you should be able to see your savings. You should be able to see how much is the balance in your account. You click on the show balance, it should show the balance. You click on the statement, download, it should get downloaded. So whatever functionality activities that you do, it's functional requirement, and whatever things are required to do that functionality in the background, like network and data management, security, maintainability, everything that is non-functional. Will you be able to explain in your interview if someone asks you, what do you
Prerna,
understand? Yeah, by
sorry to
the,
interrupt. Will you be
yeah,
able to share your screen? Could you please look at it?
yeah,
I'm
give,
sorry,
give,
my
give
screen
me a
has stopped.
second. Yeah, give
Yeah.
me a second. Can you just, okay, yeah, please allow me to share my
Okay,
screen.
just a second. Yeah, please try again.
Yeah, give me a second. Let me open my this.
Yeah. So meanwhile, so far, whatever Prerna has explained, you have any question around it, everyone?
So for the point that she was just explaining about the functional and the non-functional, if you'll see from the user point of view, the display could be a functional, but a developer point of view, both would be functional. Like the program is working, it's not caching up or everything.
No, no,
Isn't
no.
it
Those,
both?
those all things are considered as technical or non-functional, because program
Okay.
is not working, has nothing to do with the user. It has everything
Yeah.
to do with the programmer. Like, okay, is my function running? It's up and running. It's fetching data and whatnot. You get my point? So this bifurcation stands true from everyone. It's not only for users, it is for developer also. And even when we discuss in an internal meeting, it is considered as functional and non-functional also.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
yeah, because it's a clear cut bifurcation. There is nothing that is different for someone else and different for somebody else. Okay, yeah, but good
Okay.
question. Yeah, I can understand from where it is coming. Yeah, anybody
Okay.
else? Until the time I'm opening.
So VA takes care of both, right? Functional and non-functional.
Uh, from jotting down or collating point of view, definitely yes. He has to mention everything is BRD and FRD, right? But then when it comes to I would say asking question or implementation. For non-functional, he does check with the technical team. Because see, as a BA, you are not expected to be a technical expert, right? You are expected to know how to talk to the customer, how to, please let me know when my screen is visible, how to talk to the customer, or how to get the data and manage the data. So yes, you are supposed to, I would say, know how to incorporate that into your documentation. But from understanding point of view, it's always you first talk to the customer, you take their requirements, you get back to the team. As I mentioned, like, customer wants to add 500 people as a friend, or, they want to just add that data. You want to check with that with your team. Is it possible? Am I able to do that? Like that.
Yeah, but when we were talking about non-functional, there were like quality, maintainability, accessibility.
That is all
So
from
these are
technical
also
point of view. This all we were talking from
okay.
pure technical point of view, like database management, server management. It's all technical, and for that you need technical people. I mean, a BA would not be able to manage all that. I mean, he would know some information for sure as the course of action, but then the depth, like what encryption is to be used, all that he always checks or discusses with the team. And then it is not his area of expertise, to be very honest. Yeah, Gaurav, I'm sharing my screen, but somehow it is not. I mean, I can see on my laptop, but I can't see here. So give me a minute. I'm just sharing it
Yeah,
again.
sure. You can stop screen share and reshare, please.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the information for you is that you can go back and try the video. I think this has been visible. Let me know still it is not visible for what video you were talking about.
Yeah, Gaurav, my Zoom is hung. It's asking me to close on my laptop. So give me 2 minutes. Till the time, I think you can continue with the PayPal example, right?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
So do you want me to continue on PayPal example, is it?
Yeah, please go ahead. I'm working on
okay.
my yeah.
So guys, here I am, sharing you the one requirement. Okay, and this requirement is about see any requirement. So it must talk about a few area. One area is what you are going to do, and whatever you are going to means embed the requirement or complete the requirement, where it is going to impact, when it is going to impact, and why this impact has to come. Okay, and when this impact is coming, what all those assumptions are there that you are going to make. And you know what, are you also excluding something? And when you go in so much detail, this is also called as scope. Okay, you understand that, everyone? Say yes if you understood what I said just now.
No,
Please,
if you
can
can
you
repeat.
repeat one more time?
I'll repeat that. So I said that any requirement, when it is piece of requirement, when it is jotted down, it covers few attributes, that what exactly you are covering, where it has to be covered, okay, when it has to be implemented, this requirement, when it will be into consideration, why, what is the need of this requirement. Okay, are you also assuming anything while developing this requirement, or when you are including this requirement, is there anything what you intend to exclude, and something with what you need to remember. So when you detail down any requirement in such fashion, so that is the time when you can remember that this requirement is something on which you can start working upon. So any small piece of requirement should always talk about these bullet points just now what I have spoken, what, where, when, why, any assumption, exclusion, and what to remember. Now, are you clear with this, what I said so far?
Yes, sir.
Now let's get into details of it. Say, for example, one company asked me to integrate PayPal at checkout button. Okay, when a customer is checking out and at any e-commerce e-commerce website. But when you will implement this PayPal integration, so it says that within step 3 of 4 in the checkout experience, after the shipping address web form, before confirmation is added. And why? Because an established integration that is with PayPal is a better solution than a robust custom build integration for a payment service in this case, because it easily meets client requirement, and it is more hassle free. Okay, more hassle free. I have added. Okay. So do you also feel that adding PayPal, how many of you use here PayPal? Let me know.
Yes.
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 Anyone here who does
Yes.
not? Okay, everyone, believe. So when it comes to receiving or sending money through PayPal, it is more easier than credit card, or it is complex than credit card? Let me know. If you
Easy.
are frequent user, you will find it more
Easy, I
easier.
think.
Yeah.
Easier.
If you are frequent user of PayPal, you will find it's more easy. Okay. You have to just mention the address and zoom. It is to and fro. So that's the reason it is one of the recommendation. Now, while you will be doing this, remember that flat fee for all shipping and handling will be charged. All the shipping has to be within the US, and here for any shipping which is related to Alaska or Hawaii, we are not going to add it. Okay, and we don't apply any taxes as well when we apply PayPal integration, and we will ship in the mentioned area. Okay, and also remember to exclude the custom shipping and handling fee calculation, that we are not going to cover into this requirement. That's what this is mentioning in detail when we are documenting. Shipping internationally to Alaska or to Hawaii, we are not including. We are also not going to work for any tax rule when we are integrating PayPal integration. Okay. So, and it says that remember, the smaller the delta between client expectation and reality with their digital product, the happier your client is going to be with the end result. So always make sure what is asked has been presented by you. Okay. So when I was explaining this, did any question come in your mind, guys? Any question? So I'll take it as no. So what happens? Do you think that any requirement can be gathered in this way? No. So this is for your example to understand. But before coming to this part, it has to go to various processes. So understand what is the process. Are you ready for the process to know any requirement gathering process? What could be? Say yes if you understand. If you are ready.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what you do, you visit to client or stakeholder with pen and paper, and while discussion is on heat or is going on or just getting started, you continue to take a note. At the second level, what you do, you become more creative, and you can, excuse me, you can draw some drawing, and while this is happening at the third step, you can mark some annotation if even discussion is online. Okay, and I was talking about template. Do you remember that?
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
So likewise, gather some template from your organization or download it from Google. So if organization is not supporting any particular document, then download it from the Google itself as a template, and in that include the use cases. So use case can be the set of conditions. Okay, and once you're done with it, you are back from the client end. So from at client end, you take a note. When you come back home, you make it more creative, and you make annotation, you come up with the pictorial representation, you only are working on it, and then put everything into the requirement document using the use case and all. And at the fifth point, what do you do that when you find that on the template you have published everything and it is easy for, ready for internal review? Okay, so you will discuss with the other business associate or assistant business analyst and with your product owner. Internally, you discuss that does it point up any question or not? Okay, does it require to fulfill any gap between question and thinking, or potential gap are you able to see? Okay, once you find all the answer, you worked upon it well, then you can hold an external review, my dear friend. Okay, external review means that you can send it to customer and just ask them to, hey, have a look at it. Their businesses can look at it. Okay, this is the ideal way to publish any requirement gathering process. Okay, complete any requirement gathering process. Are you all set? Understood what did I explain here?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Prerna, are you able to share your screen now?
Yes, Gaurav, it is my screen only, if I'm not wrong.
No.
I was
mine.
sharing my screen. Give me a second. Wait, give me a
Okay.
second.
Okay. So no problem. So this was very, very important to understand. What is the next which is coming on your way that we can discuss next time, because what I see that we are touching the because next point which is coming, we cannot put it in between. Okay, we cannot skip in between, and that is little longer process. The next upcoming topic is that we are going to give any problem in this world can be resolved through that framework which is coming in front of you. So what is the name? We will reveal that, and then we will move towards the closer. So let me know if Prerna, you can share still. If not,
Yeah,
then we'll
Gaurav,
give you.
give me a second. My Zoom is getting just hung. I'm not
Okay.
sure why it's happening on
So
my
no
laptop.
problem. I'll give you a better luck next time, Prerna. And so yeah. So let me just reveal the name which is coming on your way is called as this data-driven decision making. So you just have a look at it, and that is it. So using this, how we can resolve any problem of the industry or requirement gathering or any requirement or any problem. See, when it is problem, then only it comes to the project, because any project comes to you for the solution, because there is some simplicity a company wants to achieve, and that's the reason they approach you as an IT company, that you can resolve their problem. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the
Yes.
reason,
Yes.
if you understand that for any problem and for any solution, if companies approaching, so life lesson is that you can call your any personal problem as a project, and with this attitude, you can proceed or approach towards your problem, and you can resolve that as well. So even you will put the personal problem in this wheel, what Prerna is sharing in her screen, you will find a final solution to that, final answer to that, and we will look at it how in the next time. Okay, so any question around it before we move to the next topic in the next session?
Yes, Gaurav, I had one
I have a
question.
question. Oops.
Okay, Aruna, go ahead.
So remember how you showed that screen about the requirement? Now, is that like an epic? Can you call that as an epic?
No, it's not an epic. It's not an epic. Epic could be one liner. It could be
Oh.
one liner. Okay, so here the epic could be that only PayPal integration.
Okay.
That's it. The more detail will follow next time. The user story could be PayPal integration at the payment page. Okay, then you are getting into the more details of it, and there this document can be embedded. This comment can be added.
Okay.
Yeah, more details will follow in the detailed document or detailed comment. Yeah, Praveen, what the question you had?
Oh yeah, so for
But
the
before
requirement
Praveen,
get
you asked,
yes.
Aruna, did I answer you?
Yes, yes.
Thanks. Yes, Praveen, please go ahead.
Thank you.
Yes, so for the requirement gathering, so I just had a question. So for in agile methodology, so when does this happen? Like when we create a product backlog, that time the requirement gathering takes place.
No, not exactly. So before even things are called as sprint. See, the thing is that you come into the picture very much later when sprint and all things are settled and getting started. Then that is the time during the sprint planning. Communication will still be going on, right?
Right.
So more details would be required for for tester to test or developer to develop. And your practice is that before the sprint planning, you have gathered all the information for the upcoming work. You are always in communication. Meetings
Yes.
will continue to follow. So apart from this, this will happen. But yes,
Yeah, Gaurav,
it,
I would like to add here if you are finished. Yeah.
yeah. Please go ahead. You can add.
Okay. So Praveen, first of all, a right question, but from technical and experience and actual industry working point of view, requirement gathering sometimes is kind of like an ongoing process. Though we have the terminology called freezing the requirements. So what does that mean? Even before your project starts implementing, it's like the first meeting is generally called as a kickoff meeting with the customer. So when the kickoff
Yeah.
meeting happens, and then you start meeting, after that meeting you start discussing with the customer one-on-one or with their specific team members, as a BA, as a senior BA, as an architect sometimes as well, along with your managers or your product owner or whosoever is a senior. You start doing requirement, you start gathering requirements. So requirement gathering, if you ask me, is the first step in SDLC, that is software development life cycle event. Okay, but it is also an ongoing activity, but then the level or depth of requirement gathering changes. Like for example, we have been talking a lot about business requirement document, functional specification document. Those will come handy in near sessions. So that time, whatever you mention in this document, it's like your Gita, Bible, Quran. You freeze on it. Because, and why that is so? Because even to give timelines to deliver, you should know what all work is required. If the work keep expanding or changing, you as a development team, as a I would say organization, as a Scrum team, will not be able to know when to end the project, how many sprints to have. So
Right.
what we try, I'll just use this word try to be very honest, moderately. We try to freeze the requirement, but that doesn't mean the poor customer cannot change something in future. They do most of the times in practical scenario, they do. But then, as we always mention, all the requirement changes has to be reviewed by the seniors, product managers, scrum master, architects, and then we give a yes or no. So to answer your question, yes, requirements are gathered at start of the project or implementation, but then throughout there are some tweaks and bits and pieces changes that keep happening, but that all depend on the acceptance from both the sides.
Right.
Okay, does that answer?
Yes, I got it. So like they keep on evolving as we.
I love the word evolving. Absolutely. See, you guys are getting there, they're using all the fancy terms. Very nice. Yeah, absolutely. It keeps evolving, and it depends on the cooperation and understanding and acceptance from both the sides. Absolutely well said. Yeah, Gaurav, over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Prerna, for bringing in details. Yes, so understand it is always from inception, guys. So yeah, before the project is formed and all, you are considered and you go ahead in the discussion and all, you continue to create it, and you continue to it continues to evolve, as Praveen said. So thank you so much, everyone. So we have come towards the end. So Praveen, one word you feel like saying?
Yeah, I would say
What
it
do you
was quite
feel?
knowledgeable session.
So you felt yourself knowledgeable? Yeah.
Yes.
Little. Yeah. Thank you so much, Praveen. Please call out someone's name on the screen. You see.
Is Aruna?
Aruna. Yes, Aruna. What do you feel like saying?
Ditto to what he said. Very knowledgeable and
Okay,
a lot
cool.
of things to think about.
Okay,
and
you are
understand
thinker, knowledgeable. I'm glad to hear these words.
and learn
Aruna,
and learn
okay.
too, like Excel and
Okay,
all that.
learned it too.
Yeah.
Wow, brilliant. So yes, Aruna, please call out someone's name on the screen.
Ashi.
Ashi. Yes, Ashi, what do you feel like saying? You're feeling? You will have to unmute yourself, Ashi.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I think it's more real time. I feel excited to learn more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excited and real time are the words. So Ashi, please call out someone's name on the screen.
Momita?
Momita. Yes, Momita, what do you feel like saying?
Very detailed and in-depth knowledge of the
Okay,
whole
in
thing.
depth and detailed you're feeling. Okay, cool.
Right.
Momita, please call out someone's name on the screen.
Atul.
Yeah, Batul, what do you feel like saying?
Okay, so the whole session, by comparing with the real time um, things, so it makes sense. Everything makes sense because
Wow, great.
because Prerna, this is my second session. From the first session, I keep seeing that because she makes or give example to the real life incident, so that makes things easier to understand.
Okay, you found things easier. So yes, Batul, call
Thank
out someone's
you.
name.
Shri Shivastra.
Oh, okay, she's done. She was Ashi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ruchi.
Yeah, Ruchi, what do you feel like saying, Ruchi? Unmute yourself and speak up. Ruchi, you might be talking on mute.
It's more knowledgeable.
Okay, you feel more knowledgeable. I'm glad to hear this. Please call out someone's name on the screen. You can unmute.
Let's see. Anshu?
Anshu. Yes, Anshu, what do you feel like saying?
I would say it is fun and exciting.
Okay, fun and exciting. Okay, please call out someone's name.
Praveen?
Praveen, we started with him. Please call out someone else's
Okay.
name.
Is Sangeeta?
Yes, Sangeeta, what do you feel like saying?
Knowledgeable.
Okay, more knowledgeable. Okay, you can come up with a new word next time. So yes, anyone who is coming next, who has to come next, Sangeeta?
Yeah. Dong.
Yeah, okay. Young, what do you feel like saying?
Yes, I feel I can understand easily by your example and
Okay.
explanation. Yeah.
Okay, easy understanding is the word. Please call out someone's name on the screen.
Yeah. Rana.
Prerna. Everyone is done. No, I think before Prerna, you'll have to call out someone's name in the participants.
I'm not sure.
So at the end, what happens, we come to know how much focused you are. So yes, that could be challenge. You can call out either Krupali's name, Manisha's name, Ashwarya's name. So many people are there waiting for you to call them out.
Prerana. I
Okay.
think. Oh.
No. I told you that you can call out participants' name amongst either Manish or Ashwarya or Krupali, anyone else's name from these.
Everyone else. Momita Sayan.
Okay. So instead of you, I'll call out Manish's name. Manish, please go ahead. What do you feel like saying, Manish?
Is more knowledgeable today.
Okay, and please call out someone's name.
Kalpana.
What did
Sorry,
you say?
Krupali.
Krupali. Okay. So yes, Krupali, what do you feel like saying?
Yeah, I think today's class was very practical session. We are actually going to do these when we do the real-time job. So it was a good practical session.
Very rightly said. Yes, Krupali, call out someone's name on the screen. You see, please.
think the last one I probably think might be Aishwarya.
Yes. Ashwarya, what do you feel like saying?
It was like a deep learning and knowledgeable session.
Okay, deep learning is the word for you. Okay, all right. So, Aruna, are you done?
Yeah, Praveen called me out. Yes.
Okay. So, yes, Ashwarya, you can call out Prerna's name now.
Prerna?
Okay. Yes.
Yes, thank
over
you,
to you for
Aishwarya.
opening
Yes,
remarks.
thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. First of all, we as trainers are very happy that we are able to connect with you. And you're totally right. These are deep dive sessions. These are all the sessions that you will live, not understand or watch. You will live when you go in any organization. Like you'll actually work on requirement gathering. You'll actually discuss with customers. So my humble request is please keep rewatching the video. The earlier video issue I'll just resolve, but whatever videos we have shared till now, I need to check. I did not see that. I need to
any
check. I checked
participant
in the
can
morning.
check
It
and
wasn't.
confirm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
working
resolved
now.
it while we were speaking. Yeah.
It's working now.
Great. So, and why we are saying that? Because see, right now you're in a session, you're listening, you might be taking notes, you might be a little tired and sleepy, or there can be hundreds of things going in your brain, that we can't stop. But when we rewatch or we, listen to the recording, your earphones, and I'll recommend it with earphones, okay? Because the earphones are plugged in your ears, you're looking at the screen, and you're kind of trying to revise. So it's like a repetition and revision all together. And it's very helpful, as in people who have got placed have swore by this, that okay, we did rewatch the video. And yes, do take your own notes as well. Though we have the presentation, you can write down those points. Those are also decent enough. Those are actually from the interview point of view. But then having your own handwritten notes goes long way. It's very helpful, right? I think Gaurav will also agree on this with me, because he himself is very much into documentation, the way we start our session. So please focus on that. And overall, I enjoyed today's session. It was very interactive. I love the kind of questions you asked, and everybody is very enthusiastic to learn. So satisfied and superb session from my side. Over to you, Gaurav. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prerna. Yeah, so thank you so much, everyone, for participating. We will be talking to you again directly on Sunday. Meanwhile, just keep participating in RRP session and come up with the summary what you have learned today. So that's it from my end. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Take care, everyone. Good night. We'll talk to you soon later. Thank you.
Everybody, thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Good night.